Morning, Big Slim. How you doing this morning, bud? Ain't done this so long, I forgot about how to do anything. I've been down about 3 or 4 days with the back. Can't get nothing done. Then it starts raining, so do what I can inside when I'm able to walk around without hurting. Getting ready to wrap a rod handle in some paracord after I fix it. One of them glow sticks. Somebody left the batteries in it, and I kind of pulled the whole unit out of the bottom and tore the wires loose. So I got cut into the side of the handle and resolder all that back, put some longer wire on it, and put it back up in there. And hopefully it works. Nice little rod and reel was given to me down there at the Patriot James tournament. I think it was last year we went. Get it out and get it fixed up there. Good morning, James. Anybody wants to come up, links here at the top in the chat. Figure I go live since Hog Leg shut down this morning early. Waiting on Carmel to get in here. He said he'd come up on panel, but he probably fell asleep in his chair. Say it seems like when you gotta get a bunch of stuff done, something always comes up. I still gotta finish up this load of wood that's out back. Got another big truck, about another load of that, a half of another one to get put up. Plus all the other things. I didn't get to trim the trees this year, so I gotta watch my peach trees real close. Had some nice sized limbs break out of it last year. Can't let it happen again this year. You're at Rooster crowing outside the door. Hey, down east. Appreciate you coming in, bud. Figured I'd run a stream here so everybody have a place to come and chat. Carry on this morning. Looks like I'm gonna have some eggs over here in the aquarium here pretty soon. Catfish is cleaning the glass. Deer season went down swinging. Didn't get none in the freezer, but it was a bad year. Yeah, everybody's talking about the Uncle Lou lights. Well, he told me how I could get hooked up. Got the panels. I got two of these, a battery, and a charger for like $50. Same light. Only thing it is, you just don't get the tripod. You gotta make your own. I just use a piece of PVC, drywall screw to hold it on, and get me a connector. Hook two pipes together. I cut one pipe in half. That way I can go up high as I want with it. Get the bugs away from you, and it still lights up the whole area. Use a piece of rebarb in the ground, set the pipe on top of it, and you're good to go. I doubt I'll probably be fishing this weekend. I think grandson's birthday is this weekend. And the following weekend will be Weekend Angler Josh's tournament. And I still got to get the boat together. I got the rowing in the garage, but the following weekend after the tournament, sun's supposed to come down, and we're going to try to get that Blazer motor out and get it swapped into a pickup truck for a buddy of mine. Hey, good morning, Eric. If you want to come up, links at the top of the chat. I'll repost it for you. Hey, morning, Mike. There's a link if you want to come up. I figured I'd fire up a live, man, since Hogleg closed out at 5 o'clock. There, fire up a live, man. I don't know what I got to do.
What's up, Bernie?
Hope this thing ain't coming back through the speakers again.
Having problems getting the mic up here.
Yeah, I thought it was me over here. I added some speakers to this laptop, the one that took the coffee bath. Kind of cool. They light up when you talk. It jumps up and down. Say something, Carmel.
Trying to get this mic going. It should be working right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
It's got water inside it, and it lights up.
Or high tech on us.
No, wife was at work one day, and the client's mom gave her a couple of home PCs. One of them's like what I'm using in there now, and Them was in the box. I said, them look cool. I'm gonna try them out. Well, since this laptop took a bath, the volume's down. The delete button don't work. So they get used anyway. Good morning, Viking. Appreciate you coming in, bud. Thanks for the hook set. Oh, looky here. Mr. Wombo himself.
What's up, brother?
Oh, man. Could be
What's
better.
up, Carmel? Yeah, I just got done talking to Hogleg and Kenneth after the show, so he had to close down early. He had something that he had to take care of.
Yeah, I figured something important popped up here. These speakers ain't interfering with audio or anything, are they?
No. No, you're good here.
You know, KP was hurting pretty good this morning, I figure.
Yeah, his leg and stuff was bothering him.
I know how that feels, man.
It's hell to get old.
Yeah, it is. All the things you do when you're younger comes back and creeps up on you. Look at this old Carmel up there, high tech, a big old catfish on the screen.
Right.
I almost got my green screen frame together.
Yeah, I usually set it for green screen and then make it solid so that you can't see me at all. I mean,
you're welcome, Viking. Yeah, I tell you, man, this lower back's been taking me down. Like, as long as I'm sitting, certainly I'm all right, but I get up moving around. It feels like a knife going through my lower back, and it causes my upper thigh to cramp. I don't know if it's a nerve or what. Huh. Somebody, is it cold down there? We got a secretary getting ready to come in here. She runs her own business on the pontoon. Morning, Jody.
Morning. It's freezing down there. Howdy. I want to come up and do the plug so I went to work. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, these speakers just ain't getting it.
Morning, Turner and Carmel. Mr. Ernie.
People keep calling me Mister. I'm gonna have to start charging for new hats.
Right.
They'll only extend out so far.
What's wrong with Carmel?
Do what, Jody?
It looks like that fish is trying to eat Carmel.
Yeah. It's sneaking up on him.
Yeah, it is. And he disappears and like it's eating him. Dada, dada, dada.
You know, that was a neat show back then, and I turned it on, was going to watch it. It just, I don't know. I don't know if it's outdated, the way they did the film or what, but I had to turn it off.
Yeah. I've only watched bits and pieces of it.
I don't know. I guess when you get older, your taste changes. I'm more into watching these crime things like mysteries and forensic. Showing
Yeah.
you what you can get by with.
Oh no.
Right? You never know when that'll come in handy.
Well, I mean, you wear a full bodysuit, have no hair, so there's no, you tape your pant legs and stuff with duct tape to keep the seams together, and you leave no evidence there if you wear gloves.
Wow.
One I was in a live the other morning, and it was talking about something other about bodies floating. I remember watching a show where they wrapped the bodies in chicken wire before they sunk them in water. They said that the chicken wire, when you swell up, it cuts you and lets the gas out, so that way you don't float.
I was in that when you wrote that. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. I was in chat when you wrote that, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I watch a lot of those shows. People in West Virginia don't have no problem getting rid of people down there. They just drop them in a mine shaft and go on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a dangerous place to be riding a four-wheeler through the woods because you could just disappear all of a sudden.
Yeah. I must say hello to a few people. That boy Eric, Catfish Vacan, James Kirkpatrick, Johnny's Tackle. That keeps me from typing. Big Slip 91. There we go. How do you do? And I come up here to give a plug for tonight.
Don't knock yourself out.
It's from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Eastern Time. It'll be come on right after Fish Nation. And we got a full house. It'll be me and Cause on a boat. Then Mike's Fishing Home. Catfishing Curtis. Danny Stone Outdoors. Travis Dyer. Yak Outdoors. Blue Line Adventure. Jeremy Tournament Cat. Trophy Sticker Outdoors and Bobcat will be on a boat together. And then Stan will be hosting. There'll be every window filled up.
Nice.
Good morning, Fish.
Morning, Big Slim. Morning, Whiskers.
And if one backs out, I've got John Parker wanting to take a place.
Sound like it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, there should be fish caught.
Oh, you know it.
Hopefully.
You know it's gonna be a
John
comedy
Parker
when
wants
you
to
got Danny.
night fish on Kerr, huh?
Yeah. But I already had my every slot filled when he asked.
I don't know what Carmel was messing with, but it popped out.
And I've got 3 or 4 slots still open for next week if anybody wants to fish those.
Yeah, I'll have my garage back here in about 3 weeks, I hope. Get that blazer out there and I can start working on the railings of my boats. Whoever put that together, I don't know, the inside panels, the metal panels in there, they put flathead screws in and they're froze in there. There ain't no way of getting them out. I've tried everything. Vice grips, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to have to grind them off and I'm going to put new metal on there. I'm going to go with, if I can get it, roofing metal before it's run through the machine to be molded. I want to use it since it's flat and smooth. I can put stickers on it and whatever else I want to do, you know. And I'm going to run it clear from the bottom to the top of the rail and have a decent panel that way. At least it'll block some of the air off your legs.
Yeah.
Then I went and Chrissy got a porta john and one of them tents like James had out there. I
Yeah.
said they go good on the boat. The only thing we got to do is make a shower curtain around it,
Mm-hmm.
PVC, and nobody can see what you're doing, and you can have at it and don't have to go back in on the dock or anything.
Yeah. I usually don't drink nothing on the boat. I don't have to go most of the time. But last time I went, I was pretty far from the bank, and it was nobody around. And I dropped my pants, and all of a sudden I heard somebody say, "I can see you." It was somebody on the dock. I was like,
Wow.
"Oh crap!"
Nice.
Oh well, that
I'm
was
far away from 'em. I don't know how they saw me.
that's okay. You just
What's
probably
up,
made
Fish Ranch?
somebody's day. Morning, Fish Ranch. Thanks for coming in.
So I sat there a few minutes and wiggled my britches back on and I moved spots.
She was hoping and praying they wouldn't be there at the dock when she got back.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens.
Me fishing every night, I usually don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. There he is. Welcome back.
Ta-da!
I can get this thing set up right. Ta-da, huh?
Yeah. Ta-da!
I'm gonna have to get me another laptop here shortly. This one here's running slow. I want to try to do a defrag on it. I ain't done one of them in many years. I might mess it up totally.
I'm thinking about getting me a new one. Mine, like the A don't work. I'll hit it, but they don't type in.
Huh. I've got one here. It needs a cabinet. The lid's broke on it, the case.
Hmm.
I might be able to swap out, but they're both about the same. I mean, for his age.
Have you ever had one that was touchscreen?
No,
Oh my God, you talk about nice. Mine's a touchscreen.
Good morning,
So is
Rusty.
mine.
It's just like you're using a phone. You just reach up there and do stuff like you're using a phone.
Well, at least it's bigger. I wouldn't have to worry about hitting 9 or 10 different letters at one time.
Mm-hmm. And I regret not getting a keyboard that's lit up.
Yeah, that helps at night.
Yeah. That's Ernie's chickens.
You hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out on the porch. He's wanting it to get daylight so he can hit the yard. I'll have some more before the year's out. I just got to get down there and cut the trees back away from the 8-foot fence to keep coon out there.
Yeah.
Them things packed packed a full-grown duck over an 8-foot fence.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I can get Carmel out there on the bank this year or the boat.
Yeah.
I ain't fished with that fella in many years.
If I don't go once a week, I get Jonesy. I have to go. I get to missing it.
Oh, I sat in this
What's
house
up,
for
David?
3 days and I'm done. Shouldn't be too much longer. These skipjack down here and green up should start running.
They're at the dams up here right now, but not a thick.
I ain't never done it before, so it'll be something new for me.
Yeah. I got 8 in about an hour and a half, which is bad for me. I should have had about 20 in an hour and a half right now.
Yeah, no
But
more actually.
I need them for tonight, so that's toughed it out.
Yeah, it makes it a little rough when you got a set limit you need for one get going, you know.
Yeah. Last time I went, I didn't have enough bait,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I ain't do. That's the worst thing to do. Go fishing and you run out of bait.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dad said many years ago when he was young, they used mice, baby
Yeah.
chicks, whatever they could find to put on their trout lines and stuff. He said, "You got some monster fish."
Yeah.
And the way they chummed a hole, they would throw a block in a burlap sack and put an old dead groundhog in there and let her sink and come back a few days and fish it.
Huh. I ain't never chummed anything like that.
Yeah, they'd get a groundhog that's been laying around for about 3 or 4 days and
Yeah.
they throw it in a sack, sink it in the water. He said about 3 days you go back and fish around it. He said you catch fish here.
Somebody told me
More
I got
nicely.
a 4-foot cove, and they told me to chum it, but I never did.
I never done nothing like that. I mean, if the state would stop trout, that's worth going and catching. I'd go out and catch some trout, but 10 to 13 inch trout ain't. I figure they need to live. They
Yeah.
ain't big enough unless you're using them for bait. By the time you pay for gas, pay to park at the
Mm.
park over there, and all that, you got a lot of time and money tied up in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I figured you just buy what would you buy, like a sack of feed at the co-op and then drop it as you left?
Oh, you can or just scatter it out through there.
I don't know if it's legal, is it?
I don't know.
It'd be, I don't know. I
I
guess
know
like
they used to take cans of cat food or dog food and pop holes in the side and just throw them in, and it kind of oozes out as it goes.
yeah.
And then you got the empty can laying at the bottom. It ain't me, Rustic. I don't have the sniffles. I do, but it ain't that
No, that
bad.
was probably me. Yeah, that was probably me. My allergies are acting up.
If anybody else wants to come up, there's the link. Yeah, it says, well, we got good news from the doctor yesterday. Chrissy got a call from the test, said her blood clot in her lungs gone, which is good, thank God.
Wow.
Now we just got to get
Cool.
her off the oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was all from COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pushing 2.5 liters, and if she gets up and goes some days 20, 30 feet, she has to sit down. She's done. She cranks it up to about 3, sometimes 3.5, depending on what she is. If she's on the concentrator, it goes up to about 3. Out in the car, if you're using the tanks, they only got like 2, 3, 4, 5 on the settings. There's no halves.
Right.
Only way Turner's gonna get any better rustic is when the weather changes.
That's it. Can't do anything about it, man. Not even Sudafed or anything works for me.
Like everybody's saying go to the emergency.
Tylenol and muscle relaxers for pain, but that's it.
Yeah. They say go to the emergency room for your back. I go over there, they want to give me ibuprofen and crap. I mean, it don't work.
Yep.
And you tell them you cannot take none of that stuff because you swell up, and they give it to you anyway.
Yep.
I went over there one time. They took me. It was an extension to the emergency room. It was like the quick deal in and out. They took me in, and she went up my spine, and there's no doubt you're in pain. Your whole back swelled up on both sides. She come back with a needle. She said, "You got a driver?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "Well, you need to be where you're going in 30 minutes." I said, "Okay." I said, "That's about how long it takes me to get home." She popped me with that needle, son. By the time I got home, I felt like I was a teenager again. I started to do work in the house, and Christy told me, she said, "You better sit down and take it easy, go to bed." I said, "I'm behind 2 weeks on this house, and I need to move this stuff." So I moved a few boards, and I laid down. I woke up stiff, but man, I wasn't no pain or nothing. It was great. I can't remember what it was. I know I had Toradol and something else in it. Can't remember what the name of it was, but it was good stuff. I need to hook up with a doctor and get me some of that, just to have on hand for those bad times.
Yeah.
I mean, I laid in bed so long I could barely get up, and put my shoes on. This ordeal I got going now, I don't want no part of it. I don't want to go have surgery, and I don't want to stick needles in my back, but I guess that epidural can't be too awful bad.
Well, just depends on who gives it to you, I guess.
That's always my thought. They hit the wrong spot and I'm paralyzed. That's what worries me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they know what they're doing, but still.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. They say, "Oh, we got a monitor." I got thinking, well, I've done CB equipment, stuff like that. Whoever calibrates that stuff having a bad day, if they're off just a little bit, that means the doctor's off.
Yeah. That's true.
It don't matter how good he is.
Yeah. Got my backpack ready. Guess I'm gonna head off to work.
Well, you be careful today.
Yeah.
Yeah, be safe.
As soon as I get off work, you know where I'm headed. The river.
Well, that depends. Do you
But
take
then,
your boat with you to work, or do you have to go home and get it? Because if that's the case, you have to go home first.
well, I had to come home and get it. That's just 10 minutes out of the way. 10 minutes up here to get it and 10 minutes back out. It's already ready to go when I get here. I get
There you
everything
go.
ready on Wednesdays. That way when I get here, everything's ready to go.
Morning, Bug Man. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
What's
Well,
up, bug man?
thank you for letting me come up. I'm going to jump off and go to work.
Always welcome, Jody. Always.
Appreciate it.
Be
Be
safe.
careful.
All right. See y'all later. Bye.
We ever figure out what happened to Carmel?
Now he come back and left again. I spoke to him there, and I don't know, something, he's having computer problems, I guess.
Huh.
Me and that old boy pulled some fish in at some lakes when I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably a good thing game warden didn't hear us talking and chat over there when he was talking to the game warden. I typed in there, hey, you get rid of that body in the trunk? Oh, I don't know. I think Danny was in there and a couple others. We was putting in all kinds of things. If he would have read that, he would have been taking him up to the car.
Nice. I guess that would depend on the sense of humor of the DNR.
Yeah, these guys down here know me. I'm always cutting wood up there. I had one of the guys get out and start taking pictures of my trailer, my car hauler. He said, I like that setup. He said, I'm gonna make me one. I didn't know what was going on. I shut the saw down and went over and was talking to him.
Right.
I thought, I'd done something wrong or something. And just one of the boys. Hey, there's Carmel. Hey, welcome back, Bobby.
Maybe one of these days. I didn't even say for sure,
Yeah. They'll get you some glue.
Do what?
Get you some glue. That way you won't pop back out.
I think Blue would be trying to figure out how to use this phone and shit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know much about phones or computers anymore. Everything changes by the day, seems like, with them.
It really does, man. Need to get my grandson over here to teach me how to use it,
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, Bugman turned the volume down.
Do what?
I said, Bugman turned the volume down on his phone over there when he was talking to the game warden. Bugman, don't even talk them nasty words, bud. Morning, Polar Bear. Man, I was just getting ready to go buy me some tomato plants. Get the garden tilled it up and get it ready. I got a bunch of straw out there from last year in the bale. I was going to put down, but things happened and didn't get to use it, so I'll use it this year. Keeps the weeds out.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody's using chemicals and stuff. I just pile on. I used to use CPR or CRP. It's field clippings is all it is. And once you get your plants in, get everything ready, you just pack it in around your plants wherever you walk, good foot deep, and you might have maybe 10 weeds tops in a 20, 30 foot section of row. Makes it a lot easier to weed out.
Yeah, I
It always
hated weeding.
Yeah. It helps out a lot. I mean, it cuts the weeds down, and once you soak it real good, it holds moisture in the ground for at least 3 days. I mean, I've went out there on them 90-degree days. Third day, raise it up, and it's still kind of damp under there. You just have to mist it with a little water for the top. You're good to go. Yeah, I gotta get out today and go get some glue and get this rod done. I brought my Dremel in. I gotta cut a hole in the side of it to get to the wires. But I'll get it fixed and hopefully it'll light up. If not, it'll look good with the new wrap going on. Also gotta go to the grocery store. I think I'll fix some steaks tonight. Yeah, Bugman, you probably could hear us. You heard us real good. You'd probably been standing there trying to keep from laughing, and that would have got you in trouble because you would be thinking you was up to something. Morning, Stonefly. Thanks for coming in, bud.
What's up,
Polar bear,
Stonefly? What's up, Chad?
Polar bear, it won't be me fishing today.
Kind of miss that sound in the city, not hearing roosters crow.
Yeah, well, a buddy of mine used to have him down on Morrill. You know who he is, well, Jeff Massey.
Yeah.
He used to have him. He got in trouble over it. Somebody turned him in. Told him he was only allowed 10 of them in his backyard.
He had them all over the neighborhood over there for a while, man. It's funny. He was all the way down at the corner hanging out around the store and everything.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about that old boy that brought them roosters in and me and Massey sold them? I was out fishing one night and I come in about 2:30 in the morning. I went to bed. About 4:30 in the morning, I started hearing all these roosters start crowing and everything, right? I wonder what the hell's going on. And I forgot all about it. A buddy of mine lived out there at Kirkesville, asked him, he had some big farmers, he asked if we could get rid of them for him, you know? Sure, you know. Anyway, those roosters, I mean, they was going off. And I woke Diane up and I said, what the hell do you hear all that shit? I said, somebody needs their ass kicked. And she said, those were on our front porch. I said, what? He had 11 roosters in one of them little, you know, little 2-story chicken pens that's about 2 foot long or something.
Yeah.
Sitting on my front porch, man. Neighbors went ballistic about wondering where all that crowing was coming from and things, man. It was funny.
Well, look at Mom. Right there on Hozak. She had, what was it, 75 chickens and 8 turkeys. She raised there. And Paper Boy, he always stopped in and said hi to me because I was always working on something out there. And he needed parts for a bicycle, so I hooked him up. And one day he come cruising through there. He seen all that blood out there in the yard. He didn't know what was going on. He said, what happened? I said, I would just call somebody stealing. That's all. We got rid of him, though. Don't worry about it. And he just looked at me real funny. He didn't know what to say. He didn't hang around long that day for some reason. Then I told him next day, I told him what happened. I told him Mom butchered a bunch of chickens and turkeys.
Yeah.
I don't know if that old boy over on Brown Road, off of Brown Road there, still into it or not. O'Toobie. I think that was his name. The only thing we got now is that little bitty Manny rooster. He sounds so much like Chris's phone, it ain't funny. I hear you, Viking. I was in it so bad. I wasn't into these barnyards too much. Chrissy was, but I was into game fowl. I used to raise fighting chickens. And it took me 10 years to get the bloodline and get set up that I wanted. Had good birds, and the old government changed the law on me, and I had to get rid of them because I'd end up in prison. I had so many. I only had like 300 head. And guys out west was wanting to buy my birds at $10 a piece as soon as they come out of the egg. So that was something good getting ready to happen, and it got taken away. But all my birds, you could let a little kid go down through there and pick, pet, whatever they wanted to do to the birds. None of them would jump them and hurt them. There was a bunch of babies, but you set them down in the ring. It was a whole different story. We had one hen that snuck through the back door of the trailer, got into a bathtub and laid her egg and left. So you go to the bathroom in the morning, you pick your breakfast up on the way out. Yeah, stonefly, that's about what it was. The reason they changed the laws on that, they thought that all the guys was making money and big money. You ain't making big money with that. It's time you take your cut out, your feed time, you're pretty much breaking even. It's just like coon hunting. They made a big deal out of the hides and stuff. They really didn't know nothing about it. You lost money in that a lot of times. You go out, spend gas money, your ammunition, you care for your dog, your time. At $10 a hide, you're still going in the hole. Good luck on that bug, man. It's hard to find a good spot for a bank fish anymore.
That's no lie.
If you do find a spot, you got weeds you got to fight. That's our problem. It's either the weeds or walk a long way and still might end up with the same scenario. Oh, I take care of the ones that attack you. They end up becoming bait for other things like coyotes or whatever. I didn't even get to look at the weather. I don't know what it's going to be today. It's showing 44 out there right now.
Yeah, we got high wind advisory till 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably be headed this way here shortly. I figure about a week. That's usually about what it takes. Yeah, Rustic, you're right. When I get done with my deer, they'll pick a deer clean. I guess.
Oh, it's like cod bites.
Say, Cod Bites, thanks for coming in. Boy,
I hate to say it, Stonefly, but better you than me.
he's just plumb full of good news this morning, ain't
I guess.
he? I got to take the long way around to get fuel for the heater here. We got the road tore up. It'll be down till
Morning, Dale.
morning, Mr. Dell.
Morning, Dale.
Yeah. After they get that road done, I guess it's the same crew. They're going to come on the other side of me and tear the road up, and it'll be out for 4 days. I'd take a U-turn, long way around to go to Laurelville after that, till that gets done. Mushrooms should be coming up, Carmel.
Do what?
Mushrooms should be coming up.
Yeah, they should be.
A guy posted last week there's one found in was it Western Ross County. With this weather being like it is, it's hard to say when it actually pop up good.
I'll be right back. I need to grab some coffee.
Yeah, mine's getting low too. Yeah, I'll probably be hitting the river a little more this year than normal. Since we found a couple of decent little spots you can actually get down to and set, have room to fish. I ain't seen none yet, stonefly on the ticks.
Yeah, I'd just like to get our weather to warm up, regulate our water temps.
Yeah, they, as far as them ticks go, they said that you could use what is that stuff Avon got out? Skin So Soft and all that, or dryer sheets. I always thought the turpentine worked pretty good because they say it's good for snakes. You put it on your pant leg, and when you're walking through the woods, it deters the snakes away from you. Morning 205. Thanks for coming in.
What's up, 205?
Hey, here comes somebody. There he is. Morning, Rustic. Thanks for coming up, hey. Mr.
What's up,
Skipjack.
Do what?
I said, Mr. Skipjack.
Oh yeah, not right now. They're not hitting over there right now. I haven't been in. I'm going Saturday. I didn't go last week for two reasons. One, they're what hitting up there. They're not in there right now, and so it don't pay to go up right now just to catch 20 or 30.
Yeah.
So I went to my daughter's. We decided to go ahead and have a 1 day early birthday or 2 day early birthday deal for my daughter.
That's cool.
Then Sunday, I figured, you know what? Since they're not hitting, I'll just go catfish.
That'll work. I'm going to have to go get some stinky rigs and head down towards the river, check it out down there, see if there's easy access. I'd like to get Chrissy on there, so I think she would enjoy catching them.
Oh, she'd love it, man. It's a blast. When them things hit, it feels like somebody's almost yanked the pole out of your hand.
Wow. She loves catching bluegill stuff. Good morning,
Oh,
Boo Rocker.
Hey, Boo
What's
Rocker,
up,
what's
Boo?
going on, brother?
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, Carl, how you doing? Mr. Turner, still holding that catfish, I see. Your arm's
Always.
going to get tired of face.
At least until I can get a bigger one.
Your arm's going to be as big as Arnold Schwarzenegger. You keep holding that catfish up.
I guess you ain't never
Well
seen that
worth
new.
it. Well worth it.
I can't say I blame you.
Needs to get
Carl,
that
how you been doing?
I can't complain. Ain't nobody wants to hear it anyway, so you know.
Yeah, ain't no sense complaining. Just go on with it, I guess.
That's right. Just grab it and go.
Well, Ernie, I hit a milestone yesterday.
Well,
Yep, at 500 subscribers.
cool.
Nice. Congrats.
Way to
Hey,
go.
congrats.
Thank y'all. And it was still climbing last time I looked.
Yeah, where I have to go to, it's about 2 hours away. I'll have to make a ice slurry to bring mine back.
2 hours now, you wouldn't. What you do, you just take a cooler and you take if you've got chicken wire, you can use chicken wire, just overlay it twice and kind of like split the holes on it. Make you like a little 2x4 frame to sit down, cooler set up, and put that chicken wire on top of it, put one down the middle. And when you put your skipjack on top of it, throw your ice on it, and that water will go down to the bottom, and your skipjack won't lay in that water and get soft.
Okay.
I live 2 hours and 15 minutes from the dam, and that's what I do.
What, then just leave the bottom, leave the plug out of the cooler so the water drains out?
No, you leave the plug in it. You only put a certain amount of ice for the certain amount of fish you have. It don't take much ice to get them fish cold.
Yeah.
And you leave the drain plug in it, and when you get to the house, you can take and tilt it, and then pull the plug and let all that excess water drain out where it'd be lighter. But if your skipjack slurry is real good, if you want to invest extra money into it, and it instantly freezes them. But if you don't, if you just put them like under ice and let them sit in the cooler and in the water as it melts, it'll get them real soft and mushy.
Yeah.
And makes them real, real slimy. And something about the slime, it speeds up the process of being making them soft.
Yeah.
But you can drain the water before heading home if you do that. But me, unless it's really hot, I don't even put ice on mine in the cooler until it gets really hot. I just dump mine in the cooler, and then when I get done fishing, I go by and grab a couple bags of ice, throw them on them for that 2 hour drive home.
Must work well. I mean, you sell them too, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm out right now. I mean, as soon as I get them, they're gone.
Yeah.
I'll check that out, Stonefly. Thanks.
I sell. Last year, I think I sold over 5,000 of them, and this year it's going to be even more. I got an order right now for 700.
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as he gets those will be gone in 2 days. So
I know around here last year, you couldn't hardly find them around the bait shops or anything, you know.
yeah. Well, I supply all the bait shops around here in that Arkansas, northern Missouri. northwest Missouri, and way down in Arkansas. And then I've got one over here on the river now. They opened up one on the river over here, so I sold some to them, and then I've got 2 over in Kentucky that's they're talking about buying my fish because of the way I package them and stuff.
Yeah.
And down here they get like $10 a fish. I sell mine for $5. Hey, Mama.
Morning, Mama.
How you feeling today? Yes, I have a vacuum seal packer. I have a commercial type from Cabela's.
Bugman
It's
wanted
pretty
to
good
know
stuff.
about putting freezer packs on the bottom.
Do what?
Bugman asked you if, what about putting freezer packs on the bottom of your cooler?
No, because they don't get them cold enough. That's good for a little coolers, but for big ones, it's not. I suggest if you got 2-liter soda bottles, fill them up with water, put them in deep freeze, and put them in there. Put about 4 in there, and you should be good to go. That's what I usually put in mine. I got about 6 that I put in my cooler, and it gets it cold. When I get home, I wash them off, I wipe them dry, and I stick them back in the deep freeze to refreeze them.
Yeah, that's what we usually do with the small ones for minnow buckets.
Yep. I'm looking at probably 8,000 to 9,000 head of skipjack to be sold this year.
Wow.
I plan to get vac sealer because vac sealer sucks. Yeah, they suck. I mean, if you're just doing it for some fish bait, an El Cheapo one from Walmart will do just fine. Just do about 3 or 4 fish and let it cool off about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Make sure when you put your hand on the sealing bar, it's cooled off, and do it again, because once that sealing bar gets hot, the foam seal around the edge will come loose. The glue will come loose on it. But if you let it cool off, they do all right. But for the amount that I do, I need a commercial type one.
Yeah.
They ship these skips to me with 4 big freezer packs. Yeah, you could do that. When I ship the Dink over Stink his, I'm going to use freezer packs in that, but it's going to be in a styrofoam cooler inside of a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to ship them a couple of days, because them freezer packs, they just don't stay cold. If you notice, when you went to work, you throw them freezer packs in there with your lunch and stuff, your soda's not very cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed when you use stuff like that, it don't get as cold as the ice does and things.
Yep. I always use 2 bottles like this right here, fill them up with water. That's what I put in my lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, cold. But yeah, I got some freezer packs in here that I'm gonna send to him, and next week I'll be sending his out. So yeah, mine was I think it's $500 and something. I don't know about sealing water, but it'll seal soup as long as you got the bag hanging over the edge downwards. And then you put it in there and make sure you hold the bag. If somebody closes it, it'll seal soup up real tight. Yeah.
Be my luck, I'd do that, Rustic, and it wouldn't seal all the way, and I'd lay it in a freezer and it'd just bust open.
Yeah, you got to watch it. Another trick is that when you get some skipjack, I usually wipe mine down with a towel, get most of the slime off I can. But if you got them down in the cooler and they're down in the water mix and stuff, they get water down inside of them. And when you go to vacuum, it pulls all that water out, so it pulls it up into the deal, and it don't seal right. So one thing you can do before you seal it, put your fish in head first, make sure the belly don't touch the bag because the belly's where the spines are at. Put them in there and get you a paper towel about as wide as your bag, roll it up, put it just inside the bag about that far, put it in there, seal it, and that moisture won't get out into it, and it'll seal that thing down tight. These go in a back chamber. Yep, I got mine came with a hose and stuff that I can vacuum chamber stuff.
Yeah, I got two big old, look like 7,500 gallon tanks out on the porch I need to reseal. I'm going to set one of them up on the porch and put me a crappie, bluegill, and hopefully get me a little bit of catfish to go in there. That way, on the days I can't fish, I can go out and watch them and feed them, and you can learn some things from them.
Oh, yeah, it's like Bugman says he's going to catch some bluegills and freeze them. I do that too, and I vacuum seal them, and they'll be in there 2 or 3 months. Wintertime come around, I'll cut them open, and when them dudes thaw out, they're just as fresh as could be. Because I vacuum seal them live. I don't vacuum seal them while they're dead. I want them live when I my bluegills, the small ones like this, I want them live when I vacuum seal them and throw them in the deep freeze. Because if you wait till they're dead and you vacuum seal them, bluegill starts deteriorating real fast.
Yep.
Morning, squirrel.
You have been a bait bucket or something, you know.
Morning, squirrel. Thanks for coming in.
Morning, squirrel.
Hey, there's Thomas from Laughing Cats Fishing. Good morning.
What's up, Thomas?
Squirrel, Thomas, good morning.
Yeah, I vacuum seal everything. I vacuum seal. It's like with the prices of meat today, it's better off to buy the big packages. You're going to pay a little more, but by the time you break them down into small packages, vacuum seal them, you're actually saving money.
Yeah.
Hamburger meat, we buy them in a big old packages, family size deals, and I'll break them down to 1 pound packages, vacuum seal them, and put them in the deep freeze. And we figured it up. If it's $17 for that hamburger meat, a big package of them, by the time we broke them down, say I got 8 packages, 1 pound packages out of that big one, well, we actually come out ahead 2 pounds of meat for nothing. Yep, we save you money.
Yeah, I had a vacuum sealer here a while back. It decided it was done working, you know, so need to find me another one.
Yeah, Bugman, I know a lot of people that do that. Whenever I go out fishing for crappie, if it's extremely hot, I'll plug my live well and I'll throw ice in my live well, and then I'll throw my crappie on top of that. But any other time, I just throw them down the water, let them swim around. But I even do my bluegills that way. I carry a little cooler to throw bluegills on top of ice.
Yeah, I got that live well. I just chuck everything in it and keep an aerator going. And
yeah. Well, our lake up there is a shallow lake, so the water heats up real quick.
Yeah.
And even the aerator going, it gives them plenty of oxygen, but it's not keeping the water cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep the tonneau cover closed on it. And if I need to put one in there, I kind of have it opened up, but tonneau cover's still over it. Keeps the sun off the aluminum and everything.
Yeah, I even keep the plug out of mine so that water will go in and out through that little hole from the back of the boat up in there to keep some fresh water in there. But and when we take off, the water drains out of it. When we stop, fresh water rushes back in. So,
welcome back, Jody.
well, I thought she was going to work. Welcome back, Joe Tay.
Must be slow this morning. Yeah, if I don't catch enough crappie to clean, I take them over and drop them in my buddy's pond. I know they're there if I ever want one.
Oh, she made it work. Good deal. Yeah, whenever I go crop fishing, if I catch one crappie, I'm not bringing one or two crappie home. I'll throw them back. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not enough to do anything with. And so I know a lot of people, they'll catch one crappie and they'll take it home. And I'm like, why'd you bring that thing home for? It's one crappie. Who are you going to feed with it?
Yeah.
It's bait.
Not here in Missouri, it's not. Now you can fish anything with bait as long as you don't caught with it.
Exactly.
In Ohio, if you can catch it, you legally catch it, you can use it for bait. So
There are a lot of states like that. I like that rule they got. They won't even let us use the heads or the body parts off the crappie once we fillet them. So I just throw them in my garden, tiller them in.
Yep. Yeah, I did that once to Mom's yard. I had a small carp, a couple bluegill. I buried them. I killed the tree, the rose bush. I mean, it just fried it.
Yeah, you gotta put just a certain amount of the body down there, and you gotta put it like a foot deep down the ground below the roots. We planted some pine trees, and we put some crappie bodies about a foot deeper, and then covered it up with dirt and planted the pine trees on top of it. Now the pine trees they grew fast, and they were giants now.
Wow.
I just throw mine in the garden out there to tiller them up, and then about 4 days later, I got 15 cats running around out there digging. I grow pretty good corn where I throw it at, though.
Yep.
North Carolina, you can use crappie for bait. Here, South Carolina, we can't use carpets after we flay them. Right? Yeah, I know. That's stupid. There's some places like here on our lake, if they catch you cleaning fish on the bank and throwing the remains back in the water, they give you a huge fine.
Reason North Carolina, South Carolina, they're opposite because they know people will be over on the wrong side using them, and that's when they get them.
Yep. That's why I'm glad the Mississippi River separates us, because there's no chance of messing up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there is a place down the river that up towards Charleston, where I live at, it's probably about 25, 28 miles. You don't want to fish on the Mississippi River on Missouri side there, because the Kentucky comes over into Missouri on Missouri side.
Well, Viking, we had one out there last year. It's what got Chrissy's leg broke, her ankle. We had a little white bass on, probably about 8-9 inches. And I just casted it out, walked to the truck, closed tailgate, and the reel's done singing. She's on it and done fell down and broke her ankle. So it had a 3-foot fish on it. Couldn't tell what it was, but it had a white belly.
The only way we can use we catch is as far as panfish goes, and they don't here in Missouri they don't consider bluegill panfish, so they let us use bluegill up to 4 to 5 inches long, somewhere like that.
Yeah. No, Jody, he's in Columbus, Ohio.
Did you get any snow weekend before last 2 weeks ago?
I think we just got flurries.
I know not last weekend, this past weekend before, there were some guys down at the dam fishing from Cincinnati, and they said they got a bunch of snow up that way.
Where I live at, it's like a dot on the map. The storms usually go around when they're calling for all day. You're You're thinking, well, it's going to rain today. I'm going to do this. And next thing you know, it ain't no rain. I've seen it rain on top of the hill, north of us and south of us, but nothing in this one spot.
Just the way the wind blows it around makes it separate, don't it?
Yeah.
It used to be like that here too, till the farmers cut all the tree lines and trees out to get 10 more feet of ground.
They're
Now the
doing
wind's
that.
blowing through here constantly.
They're doing that here too. And the ones that's not doing it, they're cleaning it out. The youngsters sell the land. There ain't going to be no more farms. It's going to be houses. Pretty soon, Circleville will be clear out here.
That's all because farmers won't come off some land, let people build homes on it.
Yeah, they're the young generation don't want to mess with farming, so they sell it. They see dollar signs.
Yep. It's like here in this little town, we got a field right almost in the middle of town, and it's just a small field, and the farmer will not turn it loose for people to build houses on so the town will grow. But even he and the rest of them complain how come the town ain't growing. Oh, well, because you won't turn loose the land and let people build a house.
Yeah.
Makes it grow. But hey, he makes probably about $1,500 off of the crops. Probably costs him $2,500 to get it all ready to plant it. Here, a lot of your small fields like it are just tax write-offs.
Yeah.
Hey, Fluff and Stuff, how are you doing?
What's up, Fluff?
My daughter lives in Huntsville, Alabama. No, but it's gone as soon as it hits.
Morning, Fluff.
I know guys that come down from Cincinnati, they said that that's why they come down to Kentucky down to damn fish because they couldn't. They said it was snowing up there. They couldn't get to where they wanted to skipjack fish where they was at.
I think I'm like 2 hours from Cincinnati.
Jody, you got them yesterday. What do you do with them until tonight? Freeze. Jody's 20 minutes from biking. Fluff and Stuff, Fluff and Stuff. Looking forward to your next video.
Yeah, I was just messing around with my doctor a couple of years ago. Told him, I said, I need a sponsor, you know. He just kind of brushed it off a little bit. This past fall, I told him, I said, I got to get a sponsor for these tournaments and all. He said, what kind? What do you need a sponsor for? I said, fishing. He goes, I'll have him give you my email, and you just email me and let me know what you need. I thought he was joking around. I emailed him this year. I said, season's about to start. He goes, well, just get a hold of me and let me know what you need. I was like, wow, he was serious about this. And then I looked on Facebook, and there's his name on the side of a derby car, one of them dirt track cars. I was like, well, he was serious. I thought he was just joking around. Because we cut up, carried on a little bit, but well, you know, I ain't going to hit him all at once for no motor or anything. Everything cost us. Hooks, sinkers, and all that. So I started out small. This is my idea. I'll start small. And doctors talk to doctors, which therefore you might pick up a couple more doctors. Eventually, you'll have enough sponsors to be able to get a new boat or trailer or a truck or something, you know.
In a cooler or ice stored upside down with bellies up. In a cooler or ice stored upside down. cooler on ice, stored upside down.
How long can you keep them in a cooler like that before they start getting soft, Rusty?
Let's see. I put 280 in a cooler one day, throw ice on it, put it on my porch. Next day, went back, caught another 200 something, come back. I don't know. I've never let them set over a day.
Yeah.
Because when I come in the next day, I started vacuum sealing every one of them, and they were still pretty firm. But I left the plug out and drained the ice off of it the other day while I was fishing the next day.
Yeah, I just wondered about once. Say, like if you freeze them and then unfreeze them, put them on, have them on ice like that when you're fishing.
Yeah.
And just leave them on ice. So I was kind of curious about how long it lasts like that, you know, before they start really getting soft on you and things.
If you say you got two in a bag, you pull one out and you're cutting it up. The other one you leave in a bag, you put it on ice while you're fishing. As long as it stays cold, you're fine. It'll stay firm. But if you ever take it off that ice, it'll start getting soft after a while, especially if it's warm.
Morning, Yak Shore.
Morning, Yak Shore. Yeah, so they don't set in water. Water's its worst enemy. I see people down there skipjack fishing, and they'll take a 5-gallon bucket and they'll catch one and they'll fill it up with water to keep that skipjack in that water, and that skipjack dies as soon as you take it out of that water.
Yeah.
And, it don't take long for a skipjack to die. And when you throw it in that bucket, 5-gallon bucket of water, just let it sit while you're trying to catch the rest of them. It's getting soft. It's not doing it no good. I don't put water in mine. I just throw them down in the bucket. Once I get the bucket full, I'll go throw them on ice.
Yeah.
And even this time of the year here, when it's real cool out, I don't even throw ice on them. Because when you pull them out of the water, they're like a chunk of ice. And so when you get about 70, 80 together, it's like having an ice chest. Yep. They do that because the skipjack dries out in the sun. Mine don't dry out in the sun because I sit on top of the bucket. Yep. A slurry, a slurry, you can make a slurry. You can keep them up a couple of days in slurry. But you got to keep your slurries mixed. Stir it up every once in a while. Miss Swamp Donkey. Is Miss Swamp Donkey in here? I didn't see Miss Swamp Donkey come in.
I didn't see her.
Yeah, I have Stonefly. I've done that before too.
Yep, she is there.
She is.
What's up,
Morning,
Bethany?
Chad.
Swamp Donkey.
Chad, Marilla.
Didn't see you come in. Yeah, I've took it in my deep freeze and I've laid down wax paper or parchment paper. Laid my skipjacks, just set them up on their backs, stack them down through there, lay another layer, do that again and again and again. And once they get almost to the point of full freeze, and then I would vacuum seal them. But I only do that when it's extremely hot outside. The rest of the time I don't do it. I just line them up, wipe them down real good, and throw them in the bag, and then take them there, stack them up, bags down. Hey, Murillo. Squirrel. Steals to water. Chad's in here, or is he just looking around?
He's just looking around.
He's doing both. He's multitasking.
He's lurking, but he wants to make sure you know he sees lurking. Those are my eyeballs out there. I'm watching now. Oh, sounded like the wifey's up.
Yeah, it won't be long. Mine will be popping up.
How's she doing?
But she about the same. Did get some good information from the doctor yesterday. The blood clot's falling out of her lung, so that's a plus.
Oh yeah, thank the Lord for that.
And only thing we're working on, I guess, now is getting her off this oxygen, getting her lungs built back up.
Oh, I see what Chad was doing. He was sitting there typing. Hi, everybody. He types like I do. 2 finger. Crap.
Yeah, I've done that.
It's me too.
I still do it once in a while.
When we was at school, I learned how to type, and we'd sit there and read the books, and we'd type like this right here, and I got pretty good at it. Well, the teacher decided all of a sudden in the middle of teaching us and the keys and everything, how they're supposed to be, she decided she's going to take a 2-day, a week vacation, so they brought in a substitute, and so everybody started doing this, reading it, putting it down. So when she came back, didn't nobody learn crap. They couldn't learn it again. Morning, Regal.
Good morning, real gals. Appreciate
What's up,
everybody coming
Stephanie?
in. You what, Mike?
I said hi to real gals.
Oh, okay.
Got my Whisper Seekers pole yesterday. Nice rod. Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice rod.
You better be good to that game warden down there. He might like that rod, decide to confiscate it.
Yeah.
We got maybe one game warden here that has to run, I think it's like 5 different parks, or wherever he has to be sent to, he has to deal with all of them. 1 or 2 don't do much good when as big as they are.
Yeah. I got one in the mail from a subscriber. They sent me the Gold Rush Mad Cats. And boy, that thing is pretty. I'd hate to take it out and get it fishing, but it's pretty.
I know it makes you feel bad when you get them all dirty and stuff.
Oh yeah, it'd be the first rod I'll take after fishing. Be all clean in it. I got to get me a reel for it. I put an old reel on my head because I'm going to use it Sunday in the tournament. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to make its debut.
Well, she bought 4 Uncle Lou rods and won that one here recently off of Brian's birthday. I've got 2 Uncle Lou's out there. She took 2. Mine's still in the tube in the garage. I want to wait till I get 2 good reels to go on it and use it on the boat.
Yeah, I understand that.
Feel like it's a little foggy here this morning.
Well, I'm looking at this one Lou's. It's a Lou's reel. They got 2 of them. They got a bait caster and a spin cast. This right here will hold either or. And but I like the spin cast, and it's up at a bait shop over in Kentucky. And me and him's been talking about him sponsoring me. And if he ever asks me what I need, I'm gonna tell him I need that $90 reel you got right there.
Yep. I hope the Catawba worms do good this year.
I haven't seen none of those, man. I live across the road where there was like 10 of those trees out there, and never had one worm on it. Never.
Good morning, Skip. Appreciate you coming in. I got a buddy of mine that lives 30 minutes away. I give him trees and ain't a one on it. And we even tried to take some worms from my trees and put over there.
Yeah. Morning, Clearview. Well, I think a lot of ours died out around here because the airplanes spray the chemicals on the fields for bugs and stuff, kill them, and it drifts into town because we've had whenever they spray their plant killers like that, weed killers, there's been a lot of rose bushes and trees died because here in town because that airplane would go up and that mist would follow that plane and come into town.
Yep. Once you spray them, they're done.
Yep.
I I did a little research. They bury in the ground, and the little white dots you see, cotton dots on top of them, I thought that was eggs. Come find it out, it was wasp.
Yep. Hey, tell you what, them
Morning, Kelly.
wasp larvae makes good bluegill bait. Morning, Kelly. Morning, Clearview.
What's up,
Yeah,
Skip and Kelly?
Lou 60 XL are good reels. Yeah, I think that's what this one here is. It's the bait caster. But I've been eyeballing. They got two of them out, and they look like, I call them mini DeLoreans because they look like the stainless steel DeLoreans, and have that color. And they got the bait caster and the spin cast, and I like the spin cast. It's pretty.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on the 7,000s. But for being on a 7.6 rod, I can't get the distance I need out of it.
Yeah.
I want to clean up the 12 footers and probably put them back on it. And get some
Yeah, I think that's
the other one.
back 7'6" or 7'10" or something like that. He says, Bugman's gonna go practice with his Abu.
I started out just like everybody else. It was rough to cast, but once you learn it and learn how to set the settings on it, you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Usually nobody else can fish with that reel after you set it for yourself because everybody throws different.
Yeah, and it's like with a bait caster, if you go to heavier weights, you got to reset it and everything.
Yeah,
That don't take very long once you know how to set them, though.
yeah, I know on some of them there, you throw a light bait, and you put heavy on there. It just does a whole big bird nest thing.
Better says she got to learn hers too. Clearview, how are you doing today or this morning, should I say?
Oh, look at stonefly. Is that them great big old green looking worms? Look like they got spines all over them.
The taffy worm.
He's talking about a tomato hornworm. I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got a like a horn off the back end. I get those every now and then, not very often. I have seen a couple out here before.
I got something that was big and green. It kind of looked like a caterpillar. Like it looked. I don't know. I thought it stung me, but
Had a
it was huge.
Like a stinger on the back end that stuck up, curved like that.
This was all over it.
I've never seen one like that.
I don't know what it was. I've seen two so far in the last 5 years.
Oh, you ought to do that, Bethany. That'd be funny. And put it on TikTok, you'll get thousands of views. Yep, it's doing good. Hope everyone else is well. Yep, I'll be a lot better come 2 more days, today and tomorrow, then I can go fishing.
Ernie, I think I'm going to jump out of here and get a nap before I got to take care of some stuff this morning.
All right, Mike. Be careful today, bud. Sleep well.
Yep, take it easy, Mike.
Always. Later, everybody.
I don't know exactly what Mama's got planned today.
Well, you cooking breakfast or she cooking breakfast?
She ain't cooked, but maybe twice since she's had COVID.
Oh,
So I guess I'm pretty good cook.
I know right at the first of winter, she baked either a pie or a cake. I can't remember which.
Uh,
Just saying, well, pie is good. I think I'm going to go back and get me another piece.
I'm trying to think of what it was. I know she made that. She makes the pizzas when we have them. Keto pizza. She does a good job on that.
If I don't like the pin squall, I may do a giveaway with a whisker sticker. Well, you can just give it right away. Here I am. I'll send you my email.
I'll come down and pick it up, bug man.
That's catfish. Viking putting that up there. I had one of my tomato plants. It had white things all over it. Looked like little eggs. Turned out they were wasp eggs.
Yeah,
Oh man,
that's the catawba worm.
Yep, we're getting some of those around here too. I've noticed that there was a wasp, a red wasp flying around, and this other wasp come up behind it and looked like he was stinging it, but he wasn't.
Yeah, many years back, I had my first experience with a hornet. Them things don't play.
That's like getting hit by a 22, they say.
I walked by it several times, mowing, trimming trees, and it was on a old weed eater handle. It had a big old ball on it, and I didn't even pay attention to it. And I went back out there. I said, I'll get him tonight. I went out there. There must have been a guard there or something because he popped me on the arm pretty good. Morning,
Wow.
Justin.
Morning, Justin. I threw it in the fire. Yeah, you got to get rid of them kind, man. Like I said, we're getting some black ones here that's landed on the red wasp and stuff like that. And anything you grab a hold of, it's landed on. I seen one that was on a frog one time last year, and I thought, shh. I tried to catch that dude, boy, but he took off faster than I was.
Yeah, we had black hornet, and had some yellow ones out here. It was like
Evan's in the house, Ernie.
morning, Evan. Yeah,
All right,
it looked like the upside down face. That's what it looked like.
I'm gonna go get me some more coffee. I'll be right back, Ernie.
All righty. Have a good day there, Mr. Wong Donkey. Be careful. Be safe. Appreciate you coming in. If anybody wants to come up, there's the link. Morning, Magdalene. As soon as them skipjacks start running, Carmel, I'm gonna
Do what?
So as soon as them skipjacks start running, we're gonna have to go down there.
Yeah, I'm wanting to, man. I'd like to get something to stack up on them, a little bit.
I don't know a good place to go, but I want to try out one spot there. He said that RC something other. I'll have to go back and get it. Down on Route 7.
I'm thinking about getting out and trying to catch some of these trout they stock, freezing them up and using them for bait too.
Yeah, if you look up ODNR there, the trout stocking dates, it'll tell you when they're going to stock it. I know Lake Alma, there's already been a couple stocked already.
The ones close to me, I think they're supposed to stock them like the 14th or something. I've already looked it up and things.
Up there in Antrim Lake.
They already put them in up there, Blue Limestone in Delaware.
I know Ross Lake, last time I was over there, you had to pay to park and then walk about I want to say probably a quarter mile. That's what it seemed like down over the hill to get to the lake.
Have you ever been out that little pond in that park they got at Groveport?
No,
right in the center of town. Right off Main Street there. They stock them out there too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Be safe, Skip, today. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
See you later, Clearview. Hey, Maglin. Yeah, Stonefly, that's what they all say. You'll be dropping a pole.
Yeah.
I need to get some fresh fish for my freezer. Don't we all?
I seen that too, Justin. Stocking out at Rocky Fort.
They stock some trout up here towards Branson, where we go on vacation up here towards the west in the Ozarks and them streams and stuff. But they get fished out because the people keep every small one they catch.
Yeah.
They don't think, well, we need to catch and release, let them get bigger, and they can't keep up with the amount that don't swim off way miles and miles downstream. The what little bit stays around it, they can't keep up with restocking.
Yeah.
Ones they stock here, they're stocking in pretty small little ponds and lakes and things. They're pretty much just put there for put and take, you know.
Yeah.
Snowfly,
Aim at about 8-10 inches long. They're not very big, but
yeah, they 8. What was it? 10 to 13 inches is what they're saying, but Carmel's right. They're about 8 inches.
yeah, they sure don't look as big as they claim.
That's what these are, 8 to 10 inches, and I think the length limit on they got is 10 inches, and boy, if they catch one 10 inch right at it, they throw it they take it out of there. I looked at some of them. I thought there's not enough meat on that for nothing.
Carmel's up in Columbus there, bud.
I throw a bigger crappie than that back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Time you add your gas and stuff, it ain't really worth going trout fishing.
Nope, not even taking with us. Hi, Maglin. Good morning. Wife's in there watching the weather, and I'm not even gonna watch it till tomorrow morning, and I know what my plans will be for the next day. Good morning, Raymond. The mod father's in the house.
Morning, Raymond. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I can't trust the weather around here. They lie too much.
I can't take I guess I can take. I got my old fishing van. I can keep them locked up. Stonefly said trout here are put and take. There are very few to hold over.
Now, Rose Lake, it's supposed to have some big ones in it that was left over, you know. What they don't catch, it's deep enough for them to survive.
Yeah.
But it's rare. It cost me $10 in gas to go there, plus your bait. $5 to park. Here's $15 invested cash just to get there. I don't see why they don't stock out real good with some nice trout. Or at least some of their old breeders that's breeding out, you know.
Yeah.
The old breeders, sometimes they stock them up and trim after they get done with them.
Yeah. Morning, Lee Evans, my little brother.
Morning, Lee. Makes me so mad. It said rain the other day, so planned to work. It was sunny and warm. I didn't know how to change my name until somebody showed me yesterday.
Right, Bug Man. I usually try to watch the cattle during the wintertime. You know how bad it's going to get, but you can't do much.
I couldn't believe how beautiful it was here Sunday. Then all of a sudden, bam. I mean, the next day it was raining, cold. And I was like, man, 70 degrees down to 30.
Yeah, if you want to come up, Lee, I'll give you the link, buddy.
Hey,
Morning.
Dorset, how you doing? Oh, look, Megan finally said hi. Yeah, y'all come on up. We'll get a bunch of people on the panel. Rural King.
Well, get your coffee and come on.
There you go. Fresh, just still steaming. You want it? Okay. I'll drink it. Give it a fresh cup. Just made it. My first one. I'll go get you some, man. I know the storm that came through here yesterday morning, it was a lightning show. Man, it was bad lightning show. And lightning popping all around, and all of a sudden thunder, and it poured down almost all day. And I looked at the weather, and it was headed over towards Lee and them, and it was getting worse the further it went.
I'm glad you got your part ordered.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go put on some fresh coffee.
I hear you. That is getting kind of stale. You should make us some fresh. My stickers should be here shortly. She ordered them. They said they was on their way.
Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Morning, Robert. Appreciate you coming in.
Ernie, any one of them bucks behind you 10 points?
Yep.
Sway that right there. That's a 10 point right there.
That one right here. The other one's an 8. That was Chrissy's first.
Awesome.
She missed the doe that was as big or bigger than the buck, and the buck was 181-pound field dress.
Good sized buck.
And she was going to hang it up, and I told her, "No, you still got time. Get back in the blind." I went in and made coffee and went back and sat down, about 2 sips, and there he come.
Awesome. Awesome.
Morning, fins are fine.
This one up here was chasing a doe, and I shot at it at about 150 yards through the woods. I knew I hit it, but it run down. I thought, man, that joker's going to run off, and I must have hit him back far or something. And I know I hit him pretty close behind the shoulder. And I was shooting with 30-30, so I figured it didn't hit him hard that far away. And he run down, jumped the creek, come right up under my stand. I was standing there, and I seen blood dripping, so I shot him twice more.
That'll work.
He come right back under my stand.
Morning, Jimmy. Looking at about 13 days there, Lee.
Morning, Jimmy. Or the nuts.
All right, Avid. Appreciate you coming in. Have a good day, buddy.
Yep, don't get run over.
Yeah.
Heard that, Bug Man.
I'm lagging just a little bit. You were seeing things that I ain't seeing yet, and it pops up.
Well, I can't read chat on my phone, so I got it on the big screen TV right there. I'm reading this, it comes up. Only thing bad about it is it don't show every chat.
Yeah.
Like if 2 or 3 of them chat at the same time and they enter it at the same time, I'll get 2 at. Ernie and Rusty, you like my first ever edit? Nope, but I will go watch it.
I haven't got to see it yet either.
But it's ready to ride. Brand new axle and spindle and hub bearings. All
That's the way
right.
to go.
Grease her up and let her roll.
Put it all new on it, and you don't have to worry about it.
There you go, Ernie.
Yeah.
Stonefly said that. 8 deer.
I
Just
stepped
came
out
out
on
with
the
bees.
porch yesterday and let the dog out. Turned around, looked down in the field. There stood a big old deer standing down there, just looking at the road. He'd look up this way. He'd come this way, probably I want to say 50, 60 yards, and stop, stand there picking and eating. I was like, "Yep, you come out during the day, don't you?"
During off season, they'll show themselves. Walk yard and look at you through the window like, I seen you, but you didn't see me.
Yeah, I got him on camera after season. They was out there like 3, 4 o'clock in the day, 9, 10 o'clock in the day.
Yeah. Hey,
They
Philip.
know. Morning, Philip.
I hunted this one buck. It looked like a 12, 13 point. Had one ear, like something grabbed a hold of it when it was younger and ripped the ear off. Had
Wow.
one ear, and I seen him in the distance through the woods several times. I thought he's got to come through here a little closer. Got to come through a little closer. Well, I didn't see him no more when it come gun season, and as soon as gun season was over, I thought, man. So I waited till after muzzleloader was over. Still didn't see nothing. Went back about a month. I guess it was towards the end of January to pull my stand out. And as I was up on top, I was undoing the ratchet strap, holding it to the tree. I heard something behind me. I looked behind me, and about 30 yards there he stood. This is bright as day right here, middle of the day, standing there looking at me like, uh-huh. I'm going to expose myself now. You can't do nothing about it.
That's usually the way it happens. Take care, Squirrel. Have a good day, buddy. Appreciate you coming in.
Yep, don't work too hard.
That's usually the way it happens. You can be field dressing one. They said there's always another one standing around watching you.
Yep, I field dressed one a little spike buck and left it laying, or buddy shot it and it come over behind my stand about 40 yards and crashed, and he field dressed it right there. Well, I helped. He was an older guy and he was a good friend of mine, and so I drug it over to his truck, put it back in the truck, and I walked back to my stand. And I went sitting on my stand 10 minutes, and a 7-point come walking up to the gut pile, was sniffing it.
Yep.
Number down. Wow. Look at that.
You be careful going out there, Philip. Hope everything turns out good for you, buddy. Yeah, them lights, like Uncle Lou sells and them guys, I bought just the light itself. I got 2 of these, charger and a battery for like $50. Only thing you got to do is make your own pole to set it on. I use this one in the house when the power goes out.
How thin is that? Well, I thought that looked paper thin.
It is. It's real thin. It's just like a plate of aluminum is all it is.
What's the runtime on it?
On high, I run about all night down there at Ripley. It's got like several settings. but the other light is just straight out light, you know.
What kind of power source can you plug it into? Like a cigarette lighter power source, or
Yeah, you could. I'm using one of them little itty bitty batteries, like a 9H or something like that. It ain't much, ain't real big.
will it fit into that?
You'd probably have to get you a cord for it. I soldered these wires on that one. It didn't have no plug or nothing. It's just a light. Hand me that battery over here. I'll read that off.
I got to get me some lights because I'm not going out there in the evening times right now and not fish. Man, that moist air, boy, it would tear my lungs up.
Yeah. It's a Mighty Max battery, model ML9-12, 12 volt, 9 amp.
Oh, okay, like a kayak battery.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm wanting to run it. I'm gonna take this right here and running this for my lights.
I imagine you can plug it right into a cigarette lighter plug.
And it's got a light on it, but it's not very bright.
Oh, this one here, it'll light up the whole living room.
It's got the cigarette lighter plug there. Then it's got the USB port here. That thing's been sitting now for 2 months, and look at it.
Wow.
Full charge, still full charge.
Last one I had of those, it wouldn't stay charged and nothing else. I must have got a hold of a bad one.
Well, Ronnie Moore, he brought me one and gave it to me. He bought one and brought it and gave it to me. And so I go live when I go fishing. And it was an awesome gift, and there was a defect in it. And then so I called him and asked him where he got it, and I went and traded it out, and this right here has been perfect. I take nothing for it. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. You're going to work, be safe, be careful.
I had to grab me a fresh cup of coffee. Boy brought it in.
I figured it was getting ready. If y'all going fishing, y'all be safe, be careful out there. Hope you catch some big ones.
Yeah, never know what might happen.
Yep.
I can see the ramp's good and wet out there. So it must have rained pretty much all night.
Wow. We've had rain every morning this week so far. Every morning.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep, we hear
4,
you.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10, 11, 12. Went this morning rustic. I caught nothing. Oh. I have mornings like that too. I went Sunday and I fished for 5 hours. I think I was on a 4-hour live stream, and I hung a boat in, got it almost in. It just had a hold of the bait, and it finally let go. It took the bait off, and that was all I got. The rest of the time I got bites, but I couldn't catch nothing. My hooks were too.
I figured 75, 80 bucks for a light. It comes with a tripod and all that. I figured, well, 50 bucks would be a real good deal. I get 2 lights, a battery, and a charger. And,
where'd you get that?
Amazon.
Amazon. I need to start looking. They got a lot of stuff on Amazon for that.
I can't remember the name of it, but you should be able to find it. When Chrissy gets up, I'll have her find me the thing, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because I want to be able to light up the area, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to get out there and step on a cottonmouth or something.
Well, I took this. I just put a drywall screw into a piece of PVC. I got 2 10-foot sections and drive a stake in the ground, set it over top of it, and I bought a connector joint and cut the other pipe in half, or a little shorter than half. That way I can raise it up 2 different heights or use 20-foot total. And it seems to work pretty good.
Well, does it? Do they come with holders?
No, You just
So
get the light.
You can go to Dollar Tree or Dollar Store or something like that, and you can get the ones that got the three little legs on it. It's got the little. You pull it up, put your phone in. It's like put your phone in. You have to pull it up, put your phone in, let it go, and it comes back down.
Yeah,
I figure a couple of those might work for that.
might.
Then you
I
can
thought
screw
about getting,
I probably get this.
I thought about making a little case for it. Getting some of that, like a door molding that you used to see on the cars that goes around where the lock is. And just
Morning,
slide
Sandy. Yeah.
around it. Good morning, Sandy. But this one has fell in the water over at the lake, and it still works. So they're waterproof.
Yeah, who was that? It's got some of those. They said that they had theirs sitting on they built a tripod deal on their boat and they put two of them on there and they had it extended up and the breeze come over and blowed it off and it went into the water and it unplugged when it went into the water, so the light went out. And they grabbed it, pulled it back in, and plugged it right back up, and it worked, and they never had no trouble out of it.
Yeah, they're nice.
Fluff said, I'm hoping to get out in the water again tomorrow morning. Well, I hope you catch a bunch of them.
Yeah, I gotta get some shrink tape and get started on these little lights. Get them made up. I got 20 of them gone as soon as I get going.
Yeah, Sandy wants to know what kind of light.
It's one of them. It's kind of like what Uncle Lou and them selling. It's just the light itself.
It's probably not even an 1/8 inch thick. I mean, it's thin.
Right here it is, Sandy. Paper thin. I get 2 lights, charger, and a battery for $50, and you solder your wires on it, make your own tripod, and it works good. I mean, your own pole, rather. I use PVC. I figured what I used on it, I put a 10-foot section up and kind of shook it over at Lowe's to see how much flex it had in it. And I just went with a 1 inch, I think it was, or 2 inch pipe, and it's pretty firm. It don't get all flimsy.
Hey, Mike Costello, good morning. She said it was a complex light. We just got one of those, but we got the 5-panel light. I know there's 2 or 3 others in the catfish community that's got some of them lights.
Yeah, that's kind of about what it is. It's just it ain't got all the stand and all that with it. But I ended up with 2 of them, a battery and a charger for $50.
Hey, Fans and Pal. I noticed Kelly Bullock was out fishing, and I was on his panel with him, hollering out chat for him, and he had one of them like a TikTok ring light phone holder deals, and man, that thing was bright.
Go. My dog coming over here irritating me.
Who?
Pop, she wants patted and everything. She gets
She won't love.
Yeah, she gets worked up though. It's like having a baby calf in your house.
Yeah, I got a big one's couch potato. When she wants to be petted, she'll come in here, and it's always when I'm on a live or something, and she wants to run in between the tripod legs. And that's you too big for that quick thing.
That's the way this one is.
She said ours came with a pole and remote. We'd have to make a holder for them, for the boat. Awesome. Yep, you gotta have it where it's fastened down, man. A good breeze or a wave come up, that thing will go overboard in a heartbeat.
Yeah, mine come with a remote too. I leave it in the console of the truck. That way I don't forget it.
So I got pole holders mounted in the back of the Ranger, and all I gotta do is take them out and fix a deal that slide down in there and just tighten the deal up. It'll hold it up into place. So
Yeah, I'll tell you, it does draw a lot of bugs.
yeah, in the summertime, I imagine it would.
You want something to go on your boat or something where you can just see the walk and stuff. Harbor Freight's got some rope lights that's solar powered. They're like
Yeah.
$8-9. I put them on the boat without it being covered up or anything. They last about 2-3 years, and it gives you enough light to see, to walk around, and it keeps the bugs down. I mean, you don't hardly get any bugs.
Yep. Morning, Stan. Yeah, I seen Carolina Real Screamers. They got them. They turn their main lights off. They got the other lights lit up, and they don't eat up with bugs as bad. And you can still see the poles real good.
Yeah.
I've seen their boat lit up on a lake one time. I think it was Jeremy was fishing over there, and he was showing their boat and stuff. Man, it looked like Mardi Gras out there.
Yeah, when I get done with this pontoon, I'm going to have some green underglow lights and probably get some of them clear ones to go around on the inside, use them to walk, but I'll have some colored lights in there too.
Yeah. I'd put the orange one instead of the white ones going around the inside. You talking about around the floor, around the rail on the inside?
Yeah.
I'd put I can't get it out. The Halloween orange lights. That'd keep down on bugs.
Yeah.
They don't attract bugs as bad, and you still got a good light where you can see where to walk.
Yeah, that or run the green ones, either one.
Yeah. I like the orange ones better. They're a little brighter than the green ones.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I did make me a couple of crappie lights.
Yeah.
I did just like Keith did, wrapped in around PVC and stuff. I got them out in the garage. I fired one of them up in the garage just to see how bright it was. It was pretty cool. It lit up a little bit.
Hey, Philip, be careful out there.
Take care.
Good day. Sandy said they got lights around theirs. I know a lot of people dressing up their pontoons, man, and when they get out on that water at nighttime, it's beautiful. The different color lights they got set up.
Yeah, I'll have 8 rod holders on there. I got to find some aluminum flat stock to make me some more rod holders. This time I won't take a chunk out of my finger, I hope.
Yeah. We're wanting a pontoon, but we're wanting one to where it's just got the rail and the motor, but you can walk in between. When you drive, you get up, you go around, and there's a bench back here, and it's like, so far away from the rail, I'm going to put where I can put pole holders out the back and sit on that bench seat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wanting. I don't want one that's got the back hatch and all that stuff you can store in, because you have to lean over and try to get all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mounted my rod holders to the rail, and
Stanley's got them on Amazon. Convex lights or something like that.
I put in panel lights, but I kept playing around till I found it.
Yep. Sandy said the name of them a while ago. Complex, or something like that. With a 2-foot deck in the front, we have 9 holders right now, but we're adding a few more. Yep, that's why I like to have a deck off the front of it too, so when I crappie fish, I can spider rig my poles.
Well, that's the way mine was set up too, Sandy. But I got to thinking, you can't get a wheelchair on there. I'm moving my rails clear to the front, which I got that gate up there too, so I can use it that way. But that way I have to make some bigger gates, so that way I can close off the sides. I can have it wheelchair accessible.
That gum, Stan, you want to light up the whole lake. Them light bars are bright.
I thought about getting one to go on the front for docking.
Yep. For nighttime, those are the best to have because they're waterproof and everything. And they really bright. You can see what you're doing.
Yeah, I did have 2 off-road lights up there. Looked like kind of like the old KC, but they was all black. They wasn't
Yeah.
nothing expensive. They was all right.
Yeah, but they don't go out like the
No,
light bars
not-
do. They're more just focus lights.
Yeah,
If you're like me, half blind, you want the whole area lit up.
yeah. I want it to be daylight.
Yeah.
I got
had
2
Yeah.
a red and blue light. It looks like the old cop lights. I thought about sticking on there just for fun, but I'd figure you'd get in trouble for it.
Now, if you got the red, the blue, you might. You just can't have both.
I
Not
know.
here anyway.
When I was DJing at the pizza shop up here in town, right when you top up the hill, you're at the pizza shop, you know. And I was up there DJing. I had them on. You aren't to see these cars coming up over top of there doing nosedives. They was hitting them brakes. They thought they was cops setting up there. They was getting it up the hill too. They made me shut it down because of what is distraction.
Yeah,
Now if they wouldn't be speeding, it wouldn't be a distraction.
that's right.
Shouldn't be going that fast no way, not when there's kids around.
Yep. Like I said, I ain't scared of no police. I ain't let that red light come on.
Yep.
Stop. Go get me. Glow like a black light. Huh. I never thought about blue lights using them like that.
Huh. Gonna make me go in there and dig in my DJ equipment. The only bad thing is it's a flash. That's the only bad thing about it. It's got that revolving center.
There's Shay's online.
I'll give this a few more minutes. That way y'all can jump over on Lee's.
Well, he don't go until, well, wait a minute. It'd be 8 o'clock his time.
Yeah.
It'd be 7 time. Yep. I keep forgetting that we're an hour behind him right there.
Yeah.
Because he's a little further than Paducah.
Yeah, I think he's like 2 hours away or something like that. 3 hours. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, he's an hour ahead of us. When we spring forward, he's an hour ahead of us.
Yeah, it's 7:35 here.
Yep, 6:35 here. Or 6:34.
Appreciate you coming in there, Viking. More welcome. Come in anytime, brother.
Yep. Thank you so much, Viking. Good to meet you.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking about all this work that has to be done.
Yeah. Well, buddy, if I lived closer to you, I'd come over and help you.
It's a mess. I don't know if that's grass or wild onions. I think it's the wild onions. They're real dark green, popping up.
Colin skin.
Yeah,
Yep. The only way to get rid of them is dig them up, get the bulbs out.
yeah. My cousins ate
yard
them.
was eat up with me, man. I spent all winter long digging them things up. Now I got little potholes everywhere.
Yeah,
I just sowed this new grass and look what I've done.
but then grass won't grow here hardly. It's mostly sand.
Did you see my video that I posted up my yard?
Uh-uh.
You go watch that. You talk about some beautiful grass.
I know the lady that owned the house here across the yard away from us. She had some grass. It cost her an arm and a leg to get it to grow.
Yeah, it does. Last year I took Roundup and killed my whole yard out, and I sprayed it like 8 times to make sure it was dead. And then I'm since I'm a welder fabricator and I had my welding business, I still had tons of my welding stuff. And so I made a drag with some spikes, and I worked that ground up, resold everything, and that grass was like $600. And then that's not counting the fertilizer I put on it to get it going, a starter. And I was grateful that since my welding business, I had a couple places, fertilizer places, one in Malden and one in Portersville that I done work for, and they give me a bunch of starter fertilizer. So I got lucky on that part.
Yeah, that stuff ain't cheap.
No, they say there's going to be a shortage, but we got like 10 or 15 fertilizer places for these farmers around here, and they're all stacked up, and they've been putting fertilizer out like crazy, but they're paying for it.
Yeah, we probably would have heard your truck radio going off.
I had so much catfish gear, a bunch of reels. I don't use them more. I'm going to make a video of all and then sell them. Wow, when you got ready to sell them, I wish I knew it's closer to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I could use a couple more catfish poles with some good reels, and I'd be set for life.
I'm about halfway tempted to get a couple of them hidden squalls or something other.
Yeah. I got that one, like I said, a subscriber sent me that one Mad Catz Gold Rush, and I love that thing. And haven't used it yet, but I love the feel of it. And I think I'm going to get me 2 Orange Crush when I get the money, because I love them Orange Crushes. It's just the reels. If you want a good reel to put on it, the reels cost more than them poles do.
That's usually the way it is.
Yeah. He said, I'll ship the reels.
Yeah, I gotta get out and get me a bee suit. It's getting
Well,
about that time.
Well, Stan, I tell you what, you can holler at me on here, or you can holler at me on a Facebook Messenger and send me some pictures and what you want.
Yeah, pictures and prices. That's all we need. Gang Abu Garcia's.
I got that one back from Thomas and Laughing Cats, and I used it. Man, that thing throwed out. After he got done with it, it throwed out a country mile. And I was reeling it in, and I don't know what happened to it, but and it still throws out good. But it hung up on I guess there's when it got low, I noticed that there was one tree stump down there, and I guess the sinker caught it or something, and it hung up on it. And as I was reeling it in, and the handle just went around spinning, and it wouldn't come no more. And I said, "Oh my goodness!" So I just broke this reel, I think. But when it's loose, it reels in perfect, but you can't put no pressure on it.
Yeah. Good morning, Uncle Lou.
I sent him a 50-year-old Abu 5000 to clean and redo for me. This one here's a 56 CA, I think is what it is. He did a good job on it, man. That thing throwed out better than it did when I first got it.
Yeah, I got a few. I got to take over outside of where Rocky Fort Lake is and have a guy get some parts for me. I got a Pin 9 and I got a old 6000. You can pull the line off of it. It don't lock. I think somebody took the brakes out of it.
Huh. Well, this one here, if you put a little pressure on it, the barrel with the lines at, it'll set still. If you put a little pressure on it, and the handle will just turn on it. I broke something in it when I hung that stump, and I didn't realize because I was reeling it in, You know, it's got the small handles on it, so I was reeling it in like that, and it hit that stump, and all of a sudden it went like that. I said, "Oh crap!" But I'm gonna take it anyway Sunday, use it as a backup. I'm gonna allow 2 poles to fish in it, and but I'm gonna take 3 to use 1 as a backup in case one fails. Morning, Uncle Don.
Yeah, Van works on reels too there, Russell.
Yeah, I might have to send him mine. Hi, Mama. I hope you're feeling better. I'm fishing the Avid. Well, there's some of my competition right there, Mr. Stan. Hey, I'll let you win if you send me one of them reels.
Yeah, he sent me a good one. I won't tell.
That's a good one right there. I have to remember that one. I won't tell.
I ain't like that anyway. What people does, they do. I'll just sit back.
Yeah, he's going to have a good tournament this weekend. Alicia said that she's supposed to have some kind of weather or something Saturday, and she's wanting to get with Avid to move it to Sunday. I don't know if she still does or not, but she fished on that last night. The river was 46 degrees and high. I haven't been back over the river since Sunday, and it was dropping then, but with all this rain we've been getting in the mornings going across over to Kentucky, and we get all their floodwaters off the Ohio stuff. I don't know what ours looks like.
I know last night I took Christy to church. Creek wasn't that bad. I went and picked her up. On the way back, it's come up and got real muddy. But this creek, it don't flow all year round. It's got a little water in it, but nothing major. Used to have all kinds of crawdads in it, but they're gone now. You might see 1 or 2 here and there.
Yeah, that's what Alicia said. It's supposed to be some weather to move in on Saturday. She'd like to move it to Sunday. And I told her, I said, Parker Pursuits came out of it Sunday. He had things that came up, so he couldn't do it. And I think there was 2 openings left after Abbott asked me to come back. And I think there was still an opening, so now I think there's 2. Sunday morning will be 35 degrees here. I think it's supposed to be like that Sunday morning here too, Missouri, and then it's supposed to warm up maybe 55, 60 degrees maybe, if we're lucky.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 42 here and clear right now.
Like I said, every morning this week we've had storms move in and rain, and by noon it clear out, warm up, sun come out.
Yeah, last night I slept in a different bed. I want to see if that helps.
Sunday morning it's going to be cold, but warm up to 60. Sandy, you and Van, are y'all in that tournament Saturday or Sunday? I know J-Dog and Tara is. Nope, we're not doing that one. Well, I thought y'all was in it. I got to make sure I'm still hooked up with Sandy, because I've noticed that some of my subscriptions, I have to resubscribe to 4 channels already.
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
I didn't have to do that. My problem was that whenever I subscribe to anybody, I always hit the notification bell to make sure I get notified when they post something or something. And I've been having to go back and re-click it because I've been getting turned off somehow. And now I'm starting to get to where some of my subscriptions have been. I have to go back and resubscribe to them. Man is doing the John tournament with your boy Troy from the couch tournament. Explain the couch tournament. What's the couch tournament? I have to go back and resubscribe. Man is doing the John Orr tournament with your boy Troy from the couch tournament. When they host a tournament, they're just gonna sit on the couch and host it.
Morning, Don.
Golly, Don's getting more snow and sleet. Man, a lot of their water still hasn't thawed out yet. Oh, my coffee grounds in the bottom of this cup shows like a little dipper, and it's like it's going to rain some more. It's a bank tournament. You have to fish from a couch, and you must hook a fish while sitting on the couch. Wow, that's going to be interesting there. They're going to take a couch down to the water side.
Yeah, they better make sure that couch ain't tilted backwards because they set the hook, they're going to flip.
Yeah. Been easier to carry a lazy boy down there or something, recliner.
Yeah. I used to have a car seat, a bucket seat mounted on a 2x4 frame I fished out of.
You seen that chair that Uncle Don got for a gift from the wife?
No, I heard it was heated.
Yeah, it leans back like a recliner and it's heated front, top, and back. And I thought, yeah, you ain't gonna be fishing. You're gonna be over snoring. Gonna be so comfortable, warm. I need that for deer hunting.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's what deer hunting's gonna come down to. People gonna start buying stands that's got built-in heaters they can set in and keep warm.
Yep.
It's gonna be hard to get a couch down to the Troy spot where they're fishing at. Nah, them old boys, they can find a way. They'll do it.
Some of the spots Troy gets in pretty rough.
Yeah, this morning he said he was tracked through mud and through a swamp to get to where he was at this morning.
Too.
Would be good in my blind. I hear that. I'd be afraid I'd fall asleep and a big old butt walk up there, stick his head in the hole and go like, he's sleeping. That's safe to eat.
Well, since you mentioned that, I had a little devil on my shoulder telling me to take the old deer head I got in the hallway out there and stick it in the blind when Chrissy was in there. Say, hey, you looking for me? But I was scared the arrow might start flying.
You probably scare her and she start whooping up on you.
Well, I'd have probably about a 10-foot head start time she opened the side of it and got out.
Sandy said we've been to one of Troy's spots and you have to walk a country mile and down a hill. It was rough. Ooh. Man, it's some of them spots I had to give up. I ain't walking country mile.
No, I ain't able to do that. I can't do that anyway. Now, 10 years ago, I would have probably done it because I walked to the head of this holler deer hunting. And after what I walked across, that big buck come walking through, I said, there ain't no way I'm dragging him out of here. He's nice, but he ain't that nice. It would have took me all day to get him across all them logs and through all that mess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went
That's
up there
kind of boat.
Went up there one spring and almost got ran over by a couple deer. I don't know what spooked them, but if I hadn't went where I did, they would have got me.
Yeah, I know. I was dragging a buck out one time, and I heard something coming, and I was in like a holler deal, low spot, and it was echoing, so I couldn't tell where it was coming from. And so I was standing there holding this buck by the antler, and I was looking around. My gun was on my shoulder. I was looking around, and all of a sudden I heard something like it was right on top of me. I looked back behind me, and here come 3 does running through there, and they come right up on me and split like that.
Yeah.
It scared me to death, man. My heart was going, oh, I thought they were going to run me over.
A good chance they could have done it. I mean, yeah.
And one of them
They
jumped
were,
over my butt because I was standing at the head, and the body was out. They come around, it jumped over the butt body, went, and I thought, boy, if that thing would have hit me, it'd knock me out.
yeah.
Now, I will walk a pretty good ways to go to a fishing spot, and then I would fish, and then I would, as I'm sitting there waiting for a bite, I'd look back and think, man, I've got to walk back out of here.
Yeah. That's like at Skipjack. We went to Racine. I got there. I've never been there. Buddy of mine said, "Oh, you just got a few steps to walk down." Man, it looks like it was 10-story steps all the way to the bottom. And I got to thinking, if you catch skipjack, you gotta
Like
got
that.
your poles, your bait, all that cooler, and skipjack back up all them steps. It took me 2 hours.
Yeah, I fished over there in Kentucky over there, and they got stairs that goes down, and it's like that. And then when the water's
Yeah,
down low, it's way down there because when you stand, you look straight up to the top. You can't see nothing but the edge. And we carry 5-gallon buckets, and whenever we get a pool, we have to walk across the rocks to get to the stairs and go up them stairs. So I'd stop twice.
yeah,
And then when I go back and I look down them stairs, I said, man, I got to go back down there where my poles are at. Yeah, Troy's a good guy. I was
yeah,
on his live this morning watching him fish. He was out there for 3+ hours and hadn't got a fish yet. We had some bites.
yeah. I met Troy down at CatCon. He's a pretty good guy. Him and his wife.
I'll be going next year. Sure. I'm not going to go to the one in Kansas City because it's further away, but I will be going to one over there.
Yeah, it all depends on what she wants to do. After the only reason I went down is to meet people. After the first one, it didn't amuse me any. I just
Yeah.
pretty much went to say hi to everybody.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing there I want to buy, but it would be interesting to meet everybody.
Yeah, the cast nut they got down there, I was wanting. I could get it for $10 cheaper online, and it's all right to check out new things, but the prices, even your water was like $6 a bottle. I was like, ain't no way. Coffee was $4 a cup, and you're taking a chance on where it was any good or not. I had one decent cup, and I bought one from Daryl. Got me one from over there, and it wasn't all that great.
Yeah. You
Next
can't
year,
take nothing in to drink with you, though, could you?
oh, I think you can.
Like if you come in from Sonic with a Sonic cup.
Yeah, I imagine you could.
Hey, real gals, welcome back.
Miss Dana
Yeah,
bought her a water, and she flipped out when she had to pay that for it. If I knew she wanted a water, I had extra.
Yeah.
More
Hey,
than
old mechanic. Sandy said, we enjoy meeting everyone at CatCon. We spent way too much money. I was told that a lot of places there, you can buy this stuff online, like you said, cheaper. And they went and looked at the new products and stuff. And then when they got home, they ordered what they wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, we had dinner with Sandy and Van. Had a good time. Just hated that it had to end.
Yeah, she said next one we go to, we're taking a cooler with drinks. It's too expensive. I heard it was expensive. It's like the Monster Rod holders. I like some of their stuff, but when you go to places like that where they're set up, and they're high, but you can get that stuff cheaper on their website.
Yep. That's what I got on mine. I got 8 monster rod holders. I got 4 green ones. The first time I went down, I got red, and I think it's blue or silver out there.
I know I'm fixing to make my own, and I can buy the rubber dip to dip them where it don't mess your poles up. It's cheaper for me just to go buy the round rods and make it myself.
Yeah. I got rid of my torches and stuff a long time ago.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I hadn't, but I didn't mean nothing that big.
See, I make crop pole holders that mount in the boat and stuff, and I got several people that come by. Hey, I need some crop pole holders like you made so and so. So.
Yep. It's like that.
Got 5
Mounts.
monsters on this, and we'll make a few more.
I made my own mounts for it. For the rod holders, I just used flat stock aluminum to sandwich the railing. That was the easiest way I found to do it.
Well, it's like for my catfish pole holders, you know, I'm over 6 foot tall. I'm a pretty tall guy. And so it didn't pay for me to make anything that the pole was set close to the ground. I had to kneel down and try to stand back up with it and all that.
Yeah.
And so some that was 4 foot tall, and I got 2 stainless steel pieces like that, and I got them that far. Let's see, about that far apart on a piece of rebar. It's about, I guess, about that big around, 9/16, maybe 3/4, and I welded them on there that far apart. And man, them things, I'm gonna paint them neon green or fluorescent orange, and then I think I'm gonna go over fluorescent orange. Then the metal piece that holds the pole, I'm gonna dip them in rubber coating, and that way, when I put them in the ground, so that way when I walk up to them, I can just walk up to them and start doing that.
Yeah.
And I've hung some fish with them, and they got no give to it, and they work perfect.
Stan said he bought some rod holders for $6 a piece on eBay.
Hill rod holders, yeah. Morning, Jacob. Welcome in.
Morning, Jacob.
Yeah, I built my own. I got to build me 2 more. Then a guy seen me fishing the other day with them, and he said, "Hey, where'd you get them at?" And I said, "I made them and welded them up." And he said, "I'm gonna call you. Give me your number. I'm gonna call you. I want 6 of them."
Wow. Yeah, it's like he's a little light, so I'm going to get started on here. I just got to get me some shrink tape. I bought 2 different packs of Harbor Freight, and neither one of them worked, so I got to take the piece and go to the AutoZone or somewhere, see if I can find it.
Yeah. Jacob, where do you live at? I keep trying to go to Jacob's when he goes live, and by the time I get over, he's off. Already, I'm going turkey hunting Saturday. I'm across a building, multi T-bar rod racks. Ooh, I'd like to see what those look like. Rustic, have you ever tried putting a few egg sinkers on a heavy line and dip them to make a dragging sinker? Well, that rubber coating stuff won't confine to that like that. You have to get a how do you put it? Some kind of sleeve to put over it so you can heat wrap it, or put them in a clear tube or something. But me, I have made dragon sinkers like that. Just put a heavy line through it and just let the sinkers expose and just.
Well,
Ernie,
good
you're
luck,
from?
Jacob.
Oh, there you are.
I hope you get a big old Tom there this Saturday, buddy.
Oh, how far are you from Cairo? How far is that from Cairo Bridge, where you go over to Wycliffe? Yep, that's what I'm trying to think of. Staying right there, shrink tubing. I don't do a lot of drifting, but I'd like to start. But I'm like a couple hours. Okay. It takes me about an hour to get to that point where I'm crossing over the Missouri and Illinois and cross the bridge from Illinois and Kentucky. Then it takes me an hour and 15 minutes to get to the dam. Plastic dipsticks just fine. Used to make them that long for a long time ago. Yep. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it. Hey, Uncle Lou, I just seen who posted that. If anybody know, he'd know it. But I'm not saying that I've never tried it. I just didn't think that rubber dipping would kind of like get real thin on them.
Yeah, I guess
That'd be a good idea, though.
I better get started shutting this down. Leah'll be on here in another 6 minutes. I gotta get Mama's coffee together. Go back and check on her. Appreciate everybody coming in. Rustic coming up on panel. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it too. I'll go ahead and step down. I just want to holler at Jacob and tell him, well, me and Kentucky Catfish Hunter and Dominic Hollis is supposed to go one day. We got a separate date. We're going to meet over there on the Illinois side. You might as well come down and fish with us. We'll let you know. All right, Ernie, I'm going to check y'all out later.
All right, Rustic. We'll talk to you in a little bit, buddy. Be careful if you go out today, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Tell Chrissy I said hi.
I will. After she wakes up, I don't want no black eyes. Appreciate everybody coming in. Means a lot. Thanks for the support. And whoever wanted information on that light there, look me up on Facebook there and I'll get you the information on it. We'll talk out everybody later. Maybe go live later today. It depends on what goes on. We'll see. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks a lot.